but I do it large like a 3X. The last nigga tried do me wrong, he check. Right back to that money slinging O's in the PJ. Yeah. Or probably catch a mileage while the pilot stay the PJ. Whoa. Cause we next and we flex like 90p.
Hello and welcome to the 6th episode of OFL News. In this episode we will be talking about the matchups this week. Here sitting with me is Bunglist.
And Robin, special guest.
Yeah, special guest.
He's on the Skype call though.
Yeah, he's just for show. He's just for aesthetic purposes. So let's get into this. Okay, first matchup we got Bruisers versus Spartans. Honestly, I don't even think this game is a question. I think the Bruisers will win. The Spartans have not broken the swag boy curse since the first season. Scrimmaged them today actually, just full of a bunch of swag boys. I don't think that they have a collective IQ high enough to beat the Spartans. With this loss for the Spartans, I don't think they're going to make playoffs because I also have them losing to the Ducks. I don't have the Spartans winning another game this season, and I have them falling out of the playoffs with this loss.
Alright, this game is interesting because Night Train won't show up. He's on vacation or something. So Raider 95 Nation and Deluxe are the guys in charge here. And I think if Raider doesn't carry his team on his back this game, they're going to lose. Only if High Power has a big game. If High Power has a career game like he did last season versus the Rams, then I think the Spartans can get an easy, cheap win here without Night Train there and pulling out maybe a possible dark horse of this West Conference because the Warriors are out and you have the Ducks and the Spartans for the 4th seed. I think it's completely possible because the Ducks, they don't look like they can actually pull ahead of the Spartans either. So I think the 4th seed is completely up for grabs.
I disagree. The Ducks face the Warriors this week. We'll get into that next, but honestly, LeBron, get ready to have a rebuild season because you can't win with a bunch of talented idiots who can't count past 10. And that's what's on the Spartans right now. Like, not even lying. Just not very bright on that team. If you're looking for an intelligent conversation, that's the last team I'd go to. Anyways, let's continue. Raptors and Snowhawks. I've got the Snowhawks winning because I think that Foles will at least take 10 penalties for using the mic. I think the Snowhawks will clinch a playoff spot with this win. They should win. I think that they should be the favorites. They've got some talent on that team. They are a better team than the Raptors. The only way to lose is if they lose focus. And my game breaker here, not really a game breaker, but I don't know what happened to my boy Chauncey. He's not on their team anymore. He's on the Panthers. Chauncey.
He got cut for contracturate Helen Keller.
Attaboy Chauncey.
Making the news team look good.
Okay.
I think we need to bring him out on the set again.
Yeah, I agree.
Alright, this matchup to me, this is in the East. The East is very much similar to last season. You got FFC and the Punishers dominating at both 3-1. But you have the Snowhawks and the Raptors. Now, none of these teams have made me think that they can beat FFC or the Punishers, but this game right here is for 3rd seed. Whoever loses is going to get 4th seed, and I don't even think any of these guys are going to beat FFC or the Punishers. But it's only halfway over. The season is a little bit over halfway, actually. And last year, the Bruisers, they won 2 games versus the Spartans and the Rams near the end. And nobody would even think they'd go to the playoffs, but they did. So my point is there that maybe the Snowhawks or Raptors, one of those teams, can maybe get hot towards the end of the season and maybe go on a big playoff run. But this game I have the Snowhawks winning because I don't think the Raptors have a quarterback that is good enough to play a defense like this. Even though the FSC blew out the Snowhawks. I believe that Mr. Mack, he didn't even have one of his normal games. I think he struggled a bit. Believe me if I'm wrong, but I think he got swatted a few times, maybe once.
I'm
But I have Kobe on the Snowhawks with a huge game, and that is the X factor to that game, Kobe.
okay. Uh, let's continue. Oh yeah, I think that the game breaker for that game will actually be uh most valuable player for the Snowhawks will probably be Foles by taking so many penalties using M. Uh, okay, so the Panthers versus the Huskies. Who cares? But
AKA the toilet bowl.
I have the Huskies winning this one. The new Huskies under Epic Ben, they have more heart than the Panthers. As I said before, when we played the Panthers, they felt like they already gave up on the season and didn't care to win. Plus, the whole Pepe is head coach and now he isn't, and Latrus is head coach now and then he wasn't and then he is again. Uh, it's just a season for the Panthers to forget and move on. I think that Epic Ben's looking to make a good impression as head coach and that he will actually dominate the Panthers.
The Panthers, to me, if you look at the early season roster, they had King James, Galaxy Supernova, Setsuna, a few other guys that are like having Pro Bowl games right now. If you like the highlights, you'll see. I think King had an interception. Galaxy had at least 2 or 3 touchdowns, but they're not on the Panthers anymore. And the Panthers, to me, are complete garbage. They had no one on that team that is good enough to carry the team as they used to. And I think the new Huskies are going to get their first win. And yeah, Panthers eliminated this week.
Just a quick, totally unrelated topic. Do you think that with Latrus there that they can compete next season, or do you think that maybe they need to look for somebody else as the head coach?
I have no idea what happened to Luchus. Something like inner life issues. Actually, I do know, but I think it's personal, so I won't even discuss it. But I think they're obviously going to need a new head coach because he's not in a stable position right now to even practice or make half the games. And yeah, definitely a new head coach.
Okay, well, new head coach for the Panthers, maybe Latrus. He's not a good friend of mine, but he's been nice and respectful to me the entire time I've been in the OFL. I hope that everything goes well for him and he can deal with whatever problems he's having. But let's continue. The Ducks and the Warriors. The Ducks, just because the Warriors aren't good, the Ducks will win this game, and the game against the Spartans. So they'll win this game and the game against the Spartans, make the playoffs. I'm calling that right now. Ducks over Spartans for the 4th seed.
Alright, the Warriors. What the hell, man? What the hell happened to the Warriors? It's so sad seeing them at 0-5. When 2 seasons ago, they were easily the best team in the league besides the Punishers at the end of the season. And at 0-5, obviously a new head coach if Aurelian can't coach anymore. I don't know what happened to him. Computer broke or something. And I had the Ducks blowing them out, really. I had Gio having a huge game.
Yeah, honestly, when J-Mob was announced as the head coach, I was really excited for him. I mean, I'm not really his close friend, but I've known him since season 1, since we first played them. He actually got me benched. I was playing cornerback on Vito. I did just fine, and then Vito went out of the game. I think he went AFK or something like that. And then JWoww came in, and I covered JWoww, and I didn't know who he was. So I was like, who's this scrub? Then he got like 5 passes in a row. And then, yeah, I got benched. And then Xavier came on, covered him, let up a throw, and then he got benched too. And then I got back on. So yeah, honestly, I thought JWoww was going to be really good. But what happened, JWoww? Come on, man. You let me down. I stood up for you. Come on, JWoww. Step it up. Step up your game. Okay, let's continue. Rams and Raiders bye week. But the last game.
I had the Rams hacking to lose in the bye week.
Okay, Punishers and Firecats. It's always hard to answer these questions when we're in them, because obviously, you're gonna say Punishers. 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 I can't wait for this game, FFC or Rivals. I love taking the field opposite of a Firecat. I cannot wait to play them. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a hard game. It's gonna be an intense game. Game of the week, my choice right there.
Yeah, easily game of the week. Even if I'm not on the Punishers, I'd still know this is a game of the week just because looking at that rivalry, it's been there since season 1.
Look at our
It's gonna decide. It's gonna decide who's going to represent the East in the Victory Bowl. The Punishers and FFC, and it's also gonna decide who's the number 1 seed. Oh, it looks like we're getting raided
yeah.
by
Look, we
the
got
Snowhawks.
we got a good audience. So we got Chauncey, my boy. I'm gonna send him a friend request. I can't believe I'm not his friend yet.
And Clark's with saying his jerseys are better than FFC.
Okay, well, okay, let's get to the conclusion of this episode. On an unrelated note, sources tell me that Night Train is openly shopping Barton's assistant head coach and number 1 wide receiver, Raider Nation. This will be interesting to see this unfold, as I believe Raider Nation is one of the most elite players in the OFL and probably the best player on Barton. It's hard to believe that Raider and Night Train, who are such close friends, would possibly split up. I'm not sure if it is true. I have not had this confirmed by any Bruisers players, but sources have told me from other teams, I don't know if they're reliable, but they are trusted players in the OFL who have told me that Night Train is openly shopping Raider Nation.
Raider Nation is definitely top 3 wide receiver in this league. I think the top 3 are Xavier, Raider, and not Egberts. Egberts is Huff AF.
Oh no.
So, no, anyways, Raider, that guy has been on, has he been on the Bruisers since season 1?
Season 2. I remember
Season 2.
because Raider, you're supposed to come to us in season 1, but you didn't. Anyways, yeah, so he went to the Bruisers in season 2.
I remember that. Yeah, he's been there ever since. Even when they were losing, getting blown out to the Panthers, like, Panthers dropped 60 on them in the first game of the season.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wait, I have another question. Why is RFC leader in retired legendaries for the Barton group, but he's a assistant coach for the Huskies? Okay, I don't know how would he would be a legendary. He got fired because he sucked.
And the worst head coach in league history. Has he ever won a game before?
No.
Well, no. I know he won in season 1 to a forfeit, but has he ever won a real game before?
No. He's not a legend. Come on, Brilliant. I mean, even RFC admits that he's bad. Like, come on now. I know he's your friend in real life, but come on now. He's not a legendary. He's not even retired. I don't understand. We should probably end this episode soon. So, upcoming next is an interview with Processions. Stay tuned for that. And with that, I'm ending this episode until the interview.